Welcome to Latino Reads, a weekly inspirational video podcast that highlights award-winning authors and leaders, exposes viewers to all types of books, and motivates thinking on a variety of topics. Your host is Marie Elena Cortés. Disfrute. Enjoy.
Amada Irma Perez is a proud Mexican-American born in Baja California, Mexico. Amada's life changed completely 25 years ago when she decided to publish her first children's book, My Very Own Room, Mi Propio Cuartito, which has won numerous awards, including the prestigious Tomás Rivera Children's Book Award, which was inducted into the Latino Literature Archives of the University of South Texas. Her book is given to every newborn through the Library Foundation program, and she has sold over 50,000 books. Amada is a leading advocate of programs encouraging multicultural understanding through the universal themes she explores in all of her books. She currently lives in Ventura with her husband, who's also a teacher, and their cute 2 dogs. She's writing more children's books, poetry, and is working on a novel. She continues to dream big dreams while she travels all over the country and the world, sharing her books with anyone who wants to read them.
Amada Irma Perez gets great feedback from her students from her books through connecting with them in her books.
Welcome to Latino Reads. We welcome today Amada Irma Perez, children's author of these amazing books. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here with you.
So you've been a teacher for over 25 years, inspiring kids and our youth with your stories. How did you get started? How did you become a children's book author?
I was a teacher in charge of teaching an immigration unit to my students, and I went looking for books about children who immigrated from Mexico, particularly because that was the majority of students in my class. And I couldn't find any, or maybe just 1 or 2, but not many. So it was time for me to write my stories because I'm an immigrant who came as a child, and so I remembered my stories, every detail of what it was like when we left Mexico to come to a new country. So I decided to write my stories. It was the same stories of my students, and so because of them, I wrote my stories.
Well, thank you for doing that because now you're inspiring a lot of kids, and I know you've been an award-winning author, so congratulations.
Thank you.
The International Latino Book Awards has given you several awards, so that's awesome. That's very nice. Which one of those books do you consider to be one of your best or your favorite books?
Well, books are like children, so I don't have a favorite. I love each of them for its very own special reasons.
Yes.
I love this, My Very Own Room, Mi Propio Cuartito, because it's about what life was like for us as new immigrants in this country. Mm-hmm. And there are things that are very special that I remember about being a child, like this.
I'll hold the book for you.
Like this flour sack. And my mother took these flour sacks and she made things out of them, like a flour sack curtain. And so this curtain that appears right here on the cover is a curtain made out of flour sacks. She made everything out of flour sacks. Even one time she made me a bikini.
Oh, how awesome is that? She was a very creative woman.
She was. She always was. She even made my wedding dress. So I remember, very special. She's also the one who translated almost all of my books. So I give her the manuscript in English, and then she translates it into Spanish. And what's so amazing is that she taught me how to read and write in Spanish, and then I taught her English, because both of us didn't speak a word of English when we came to this country, of course.
Wow,
so we taught each other. It was really special.
And it shows the power of uniting as a family and learning from each other's talents.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys made a great team. That's
yeah,
awesome.
We do.
Which one is another one of your books? I know that you wanted to share a couple of them.
This one is very special. This is one of my award winners from the Latino Book Awards, and it's about my grandmother and when she came to live with us after the death of my grandfather. And what I love is that there are photographs inside of my grandmother, my nana, Doña Chuy, and my grandfather, Don Porfirio. He used to have a little stand in the market in Mexicali, Baja California. So
Aw,
that
qué
was really
lindo.
special. And then my diary from here to there is this one. And this won the Pura Belpre Award. And I am absolutely in love with this book. It has the map of both Mexico, part of Mexico and part of the United States, and it has a little star marking all the places that we passed on our journey. And it has a very special picture of my best friend Michi and me when we were braiding our hair, and I still braid my hair. And we gave each other something special so that we would always remember each other, and that was a little heart-shaped stone. And I have one here because ever since I've been collecting them. So here is a little heart-shaped stone, and it almost looks like there's a heart inside of the heart.
Yes,
Can
that's
you see it?
beautiful. Yes, I love that. And sometimes, you know, when my kids were little, I would take them to the beach or to the places we would go and look for things that had another shape inside that shape.
Oh, nice.
And that was a fun little activity to do with them. And so I love that.
Yeah, that it's like a little heart inside the heart.
Yes, it reminded me of that. Well,
So
yeah, I love your
because
books.
of that, I love hearts.
The hearts.
It's like my motif.
And it's a representation of that love that comes within our families. And as Latinos, I know we are very, you know, we love to hug and kiss our family, our friends. It's inside of us. Like, we can't avoid it. It's just part of our culture.
Right.
I'm curious, I wanted to ask you about the importance of immigration, or the immigrants that are coming to the United States. We are so lucky and blessed with the diversity that we have in the United States. Why is it so important here in the United States?
It's important because that is just the way that it is. People come, people move, and the more cultures that we have together, the richer we are. The more languages we learn, the more foods that we eat, all these delicious blends and fusions of countries and foods. It just everything is just so beautiful. The music, the cultural experiences, the traditions, the celebrations. There's just more.
Yeah.
And we have to learn to appreciate those amazing differences as well as our many similarities.
Yes, and as a teacher, we love to find multicultural books, and books that also not only, you know, have the written print on them, but also books that can connect to geography like your books do, connect to some of the music, connect to just the world that is full of information and knowledge. So you're doing a beautiful job. I know that you also brought to share some of your writing projects and workshops.
Whenever I do workshops and presentations, people ask me, but how do I write my book? What do I do? Where do I start? And especially, how do I teach my students? They have such a hard time with narrative, and yet narrative is one of the California standards. It's just a very important Common Core kind of thing. It's very important. So I wrote a book called My Handy Writing Book, A New, Fun, and Easy Way to Write Stories. It's this one right here. And
Thank you for sharing that.
And then I just did the translation of it, Mi Práctico Libro de Escritura. So I'm really proud of them, and I hope that there's a lot more writing because of them. Because
Yes.
teachers tell me that after their students do that, go through the process of using their 10 fingers to remember 10 things about writing, they write like never before.
So there you go. There you have it. So discover the power of print and check out Amada Irma Perez's books. Thank you so much for being here at Latino Reads, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you very much, Marie Elena. It was a real pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Sign up on iTunes to catch more inspiring, award-winning authors every week on Latino Reads. Latino 24/7 will have new shows for you shortly. If you enjoy them, be sure to follow and rate them. We appreciate your feedback. Thank you.